Welcome back, my friends, to Twisted Stitches. My name is Tammy. How has everybody been doing? I hope everybody's been doing wonderfully. I am so excited for today because today I finally have some finished objects for you guys. Did I have finished? Oh yeah, I did have a finished object last time, but I couldn't physically show you because I had already given it to my granddaughter, the Ballette knit cardigan, the Neapolitan Ballette knit cardigan. So yes, she has had a couple of times where she's gotten some use out of it, and she'll get some more because tomorrow, well, starting tomorrow, it's going to get chilly again. So she'll have tomorrow, which is Friday, tomorrow, which is Friday, March 25th, and Saturday the 26th, and Sunday the 27th, we are supposed to be pretty chilly, not freezing cold, but chilly nonetheless. And she did have a few days, about a week and a half ago, that she got to wear it for a while. And I got to have some pictures of her in it, and she loves her sweater. Yay! So today I have a couple of finished objects, and I have a whip. Well, it's more of a UFO. It's definitely, it just got kind of pushed aside, unfinished object that just definitely needed to be, dragged out again and whipped up and finished. So I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. I know my last few podcasts have been a little bit chatty, a little bit extra long, so I'll try to cut it back a little bit for you guys. So let's get on to the finished objects. I have two finished objects today. Now, these finished objects are great, awesome, great, unbelievably, yes, hallelujah, definitely. Well, one of them is a hallelujah, yes, definitely. So my good friend Reggie at Crochet emailed me and she says, I know you're busy, blah, blah, blah. I know you finished up the cardigan. I didn't know if you had a lot going on. Yeah, no, you know how that goes. And she said, can you do a test pattern for me? And I need it before the 15th of March. And I was like, yeah, right on, I can do that. And she said, hey, it's a quickie. It's not real hard and it'll move quickly. She goes, you should get it done easily in a day or two, no big deal. And I said, oh, yes. Who doesn't love a good quickie? I know this gal here loves a good quickie. This gal here needed a good quickie, especially after all the cardigan and the knitting and frogging and everything else. And some of my projects, you guys know, some of my projects that I have going and that I plan on getting going, they are definitely more project crochets and knits. They are not just, get her done type things. So let me show you the very first finished object. This is going to be a pattern that's going to be offered in Reggie Crochet's Etsy shop. She said she'll be releasing it in April. She said I could show it. I asked her if it was okay to show it. So she said that she'll be releasing it in April. I know she's a busy woman. She has some things, personal stuff going on right now. So as always, I will leave the links to the patterns and the pattern sites and things like that. And if I talk about anybody's YouTube channel, blah, 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 I will definitely leave the links in my description box. So if you're ever curious or you want to go and, start working on that pattern, just go down into my description box. Any of my podcasts, any of my Yarn of the Months, etc., I always leave links to everything that I'm talking about. So close your eyes and I'll be right back with the very first finished object. So what do you think, guys? Isn't it adorable? Isn't it cute? So she designed this headband, and this is a headband. This doesn't go all the way around. This is made with using a like a store-bought headband, and then you crochet. Well, I can't give you the pattern away, so I don't want to give it away, but you use a store-bought headband, like one of those plastic headbands, like you get at the store for like $1 or something like that. So I can't give the pattern away, but as you can see, it is really cute. It's got pretty flowers on it. My 5-year-old granddaughter Ava is waiting. She's been waiting for me to do this podcast so she can take this headband. She's already claimed it. It's hers. This is, you know, I had to bribe her to let me actually show it on this podcast because she was like ready to take it. The day I was done with it, she was ready to take it. And I was like, no, Grandma's got to talk about it on the podcast. So there you go. I'll give you a closer look. So I made this headband using this colorway of Comfy Cotton. I'm not sure what the colorway is. So this was a time that I had gone to Walmart, and in the clearance aisle, they had 3 or 4 cakes of this, which is Comfy Cotton. It didn't have, none of them had labels, but I knew it was Comfy Cotton, you know, by the look of it, by the feel of it. I was like, and it was like $2. So I was like, yeah, sure, definitely. So, but I don't know the actual name. I don't know the actual colorway name. So I looked online brand yarn, and this color, the closest that came to it said it was Blueberry Muffin, but I'm thinking that maybe this was one of the ones that was discontinued a couple of years ago. Hence why I got it for $2 at Walmart, because they weren't selling online or anything anymore. But it works up really, really cute. It's got these pinks and lilac and purpley and cream color to it. So it really is cute for especially a kid's headband. And this is what I decided, you know, obviously I was making this headband for one of my grandkids, and, you know, Ava, the 5-year-old, she jumped up and she even let me take the pictures of her with the headband. That's how much she likes it. So I sent those pictures to Reggie. I don't know if she'll use them or not, but definitely, yeah, she's already claimed it. This is hers. Yeah, and just so you know, when I looked up like the colorways, there's 12 colorways on lionbrand.com, lionbrandyarn.com, and they're on sale. So they're on sale. See, $5.19 a cake. That's not bad. I don't think so. But anyway, I digress. Anyway, so that's what I made this part of the headband out of. And this is 50% cotton, 50% polyester. I've used Comfy Cotton in the past. I love Comfy Cotton. I made Riley's crocheted cardigan a few years ago out of Comfy Cotton, and it beautiful. Feels nice and everything. This is a 3-weight. It says it's a 3-weight, but to me, it looks a little bit thicker than a 3-weight. But regardless, it worked up really nicely for this headband. So then what I decided to do for the flowers right here, if you recognize these colors, these are some of the leftover scraps I had from Riley's cardigan that I made her. This is from the Mandala Ombre in the colorway Felicity. I decided just to take all 4 colors that are in that ombre cake and make a flower out of each one of the colors and put it on top. And I really think it came out adorable. I mean, I love it. Let me show you a picture of Ava wearing the headband. So here's a picture of Ava wearing the headband. She loves it. It looks really cute on her. So I think what I would probably do if I was going to use it on a child that, you know, maybe, you know, she'd go to school or something, I would probably put like maybe some bobby pins through one of the stitches and then bobby pin it to her hair to help hold it in place, or maybe even like sew on some of those, you know, the combs, those, what are they called? They're called combs, right? The little things back in the 70s, we used to pull our hair up in it and give ourselves this look. Y'all remember those? If I find a picture, I'll put it up here, what I'm talking about. But most of you probably know what I'm talking about anyway. So, adorable. I love it. So thank you, Reggie, for the quickie. I really needed a quickie. And yeah, that kind of keeps you going because you get something done real quick, fast, and in a hurry. So my second finished object, I thought as well was going to be a quickie. I figured, 3 days max, bam, it'll be out of my hair. I was even planning on doing a podcast last Friday because I thought by Friday I was going to have this done. Because I had started this, like, I think I started on like a Tuesday night or a Wednesday morning when I was doing whatever. And I was like, you know, let me start working on this thing. I'll have a couple of things I could talk about on my podcast. And it's another thing off my list of stuff that needed done. You know, I've talked in the past, just the recent past, about some of the things I want to start on, but I also talked about how I had some things on the back burner that I needed to get done, get out of the way, so it's not like, you know, sitting in the back of my head driving me nuts. This was one of them. Now, I don't know if you remember, my daughter and my son-in-law had gone to like a home goods store. I think it's Home Goods, because that's what I think yeah, Home Goods. Yeah, they went to a home goods store, which I've never been in. I don't know. I know. But they had these cute little Amigurumi kits. Now, side note, my daughter's never crocheted a stitch in her life. My son-in-law does not crochet, never crocheted a stitch in his life. Nor do they knit. So why they decided to buy this, I have no clue. They thought they were going to be able to open it up, read the directions, and make this. Maybe they could. Maybe they could have. But for those of you who've been crocheting or new to crochet and or knit, y'all know it takes practice to get, you know, the way your hands move, the way you tension your yarn, how to make the stitches even, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking to myself, okay, yeah, you guys can do a lot of things, but come on. You're not just gonna never touch a crochet hook in your life, pick up a crochet hook and just bam, follow directions and make this. Highly doubt it. If anybody ever did that out there and you guys made something that looked pretty good or was successful, y'all got to send me a picture and show me, because I remember my first crocheted anything, it was like the wonkiest, uneven. I was putting stitches in the wrong place. I missed stitches in certain places. I mean, yeah, So she asked me, if you guys remember the story, she asked me if I could make this, because when they opened up the box, they found out that the directions, well, they couldn't find directions in English. I did find directions in English on the instructions, but there's a catch. There's a huge catch. The directions that were printed in English, which, here, just so you can see what I dealt with making this thing. So I'll show you the very last part where it says sewing together, because everybody knows you got to sew an amigurumi together. I don't think I'm giving away a pattern or anything like that. So right here, I'm going to get a little close. Here is, I guess, the German directions right here. And I don't know if it was originally printed in German or like that's what it was originally supposed to be, and they just decided to add different languages so it can be sold, you know, internationally type thing. So then there's the directions. Then over here are directions written in English. Can you see that? Right here. But if you see right here, there's a little circle, and inside that circle, let me see if it'll come up. It probably won't. But anyway, as you see, inside that little circle, it says GB. So I immediately assumed Great Britain, which I was right. It was definitely British terminology, or, you know, UK terminology or whatever, meaning that if it said to do a double crochet, I knew that meant you needed to do a single crochet. If it said to do like a half treble, that was a half double crochet. If it said to do a treble crochet, that was a double crochet, yada yada, so on and so forth. Most of the, you know, the chain stitch is the same, slip stitch is the same, but, you know, they don't have a single crochet definition. I believe somebody translated this incorrectly, because this was stating make treble crochets in the round. And if you go by, you know, translating UK terms to English terminology, you would be, okay, that would be make double crochets in the round. So I kept looking at this box and looking at this box, and I don't like doing amigurumi. Amigurumi is not my jam, whatever. But if you can see, that really looks like single crochets. Like most people make amigurumi using single crochets in the round, you know, continuous round until you get, you know, decreasing, increasing here and there to get the shapes you want, and then you stuff it, yada, yada. So I kept staring at this and I was like, that's single crochet. But I started out with double crochet just in case, because this yarn, oops, I've got a mess in here. The yarn that they gave was really thin. It looks like a sport weight. Here, I have 2 strands. It looks kind of like a sport weight. And it also stated to work with a 2.5 millimeter hook, which they actually did supply a 2.5 millimeter hook, but this was a horrible 2.5 millimeter hook. I did not use it. I used my clover. So I started out the way it was written in the instructions, and it definitely didn't look right. I was like, nope, this is not right. This is definitely single crochet. I'm not super experienced with amigurumi. I've only done a few of them. It's not my jam. I'll repeat it. It is not my jam. I don't really like doing, especially little teeny tiny amigurumi. But my daughter kind of promised Riley that Grandma will be able to make it for you. So I kind of was like thrown under the bus to do this, because y'all know when I was doing the last of the few amigurumis I've done, I was kind of like, I really don't want to do this anymore. This is just, it's not really my happy place, you know? So anyway, how many times am I going to say that? Just, we'll put a little time, we'll put a little counter right here. How many times I'm going to say that? Anyway, so I started making it single crochet in the round. So as I was reading these directions, they were kind of vague. I kind of just winged it, you know, to a point. So I kept, you know, looking at this, looking at the pattern, looking at this picture, looking at what they had written in the instructions. I even looked up a few of the German instructions. Like I looked up, what does this and this and this mean? And in the German, some of the words meant single crochet, and they translated to, in the Great Britain terms, to the treble crochet, which is US double. I'm like, okay, whatever. So anyway, my first, when I made it, I had all the pieces done, and I looked at it, and I made both legs at the same time. Well, I made one leg, made the other leg in the same exact evening, in the matter of an hour, hour and a half max. And both legs ended up different sizes. I don't know. I mean, like, the one leg was nice and tight and it looked good. This other leg looked like it had elephantitis. I don't know. I don't know why. I can't. It's the same with the little arms. Then the head. Oh, forget the head. Forget the head. So let me show you my fudged version of this amigurumi. So, ta-da! Here it is. I made it, and I like, it has a mane on this one. See, it's got a little mane. On this one, I did something really wrong with the back of this poor unicorn's head. Like, it was caved in. I didn't do something right, and when I attached it, it really looked wonky. Like, his head looked really, really bad. As a matter of fact, I had taken a picture of it, and then for whatever reason I deleted it. I wished I could show you how badly this looked before I started just adding a bunch of hair to this unicorn. So I added the mane, and after I just added the mane, like, you know, see here where it has just that little bit of a rainbow mane here. After I did that, I looked at this thing and I was like, oh, it still looks weird. I don't like it at all. So I just started taking strips of the yarn and just started like, I'm going to put hair here. I'm going to put hair here. And I just started giving this unicorn a full head of hair. And I just decided that this This unicorn was going to be a princess rock star rainbow unicorn with beautiful rainbow hair to hide all my wonkiness behind there. But so I did finish it. This is my finished object number 2. See, like you could see, look, like this leg here is like, it's got elephantitis, and this leg here is okay. And then this arm here, it's got elephantitis. It's definitely swollen. It's swole. And then this arm here is like, okay. These were done one right after another. I have no idea. But I was darned if I was going to pull it back, because this, which I thought was going to be done Friday at the max, I didn't finish this until Sunday. Well, at one point I kind of like threw it across the room and I was like, I'm not doing it. But I went and I calmed down and I gathered my senses and said, nope, you got to do it. You got to get it done and give it to the granddaughter. So, yeah, I finished it up Sunday evening. And at that point I was like, you know what? I'll just talk about it on this podcast. Even though I was going to do podcasts last week, I decided to do it this week because this was why I had to wait to do my podcast. So if y'all are wondering what, if y'all want to blame something, this right here is what took me forever. So anyway, I mean, even with all the little mess ups and everything like that, it doesn't look too bad. It doesn't look totally, wrong or whatever you want to call it. So, and it's cute. It's cute. So I sent pictures over to my daughter and she said, oh, she'll love it. It's cute. And hopefully she enjoys it. It is adorable. I think I would do this again, this unicorn, but I think I would do it with like a thicker weight yarn to make it bigger. And so I didn't have to fuss. So I didn't have to fuss with all these little teeny tiny parts, because I don't like sewing parts together anyway. But when they're like teensy tiny and you're trying to hold these little teeny tiny things, oh yeah, it was crazy. So anyway, this is, we need a name for this unicorn. If you guys have a good idea to name this unicorn, because I want to give it a name before I give it to Riley. I'm going to give it to Riley this weekend. Give me some kind of like unique unicorn name for this little guy right here. So what I'll do is you guys will make the decision, put down some names, and then you guys, if you like that name or you want a different name, put it in the comment section. And if you like a name that's already there, make sure you like comment on that particular comment, like reply to their comment or whatever, and put, I like this name too, or I vote for that name or something. So I can decide, whoever has the most amount of votes for the name gets to name this unicorn. Okay, so, and I do believe it's a female. I don't know, what do you guys think? Kind of looks like reminds me of like a Rainbow Bright doll, doesn't it? A little bit, a Rainbow Bright unicorn. So you guys, if you think of a really cool or a unique name, because I can't think of any, leave it in the comment section. I greatly appreciate it. And whoever gets the most votes, so whoever gets the most votes and stuff like that, what I'll do is whoever wins the naming contest of this little guy, I'll send you a little something in the mail, maybe just a little cute, like maybe just, like a card with maybe some stickers or something in it, would that be all right? Just for funsies, okay? So that's your task for this podcast, okay? So name the unicorn, pick the winner, pick the winning name for this unicorn, okay? All right, so that is it. That's all I have for finished objects. So like I said, I had some quickies and I was feeling good about getting my quickies done. Well, this was a little longer than a quickie, but well, after the first super duper fast quickie, you had to have one that lasted a little longer, right? I know. I got a 12-year-old boy brain, okay? Let me have it, okay? All right, so now I get to show you, oh my God, it's almost done, guys. This is a UFO. It's definitely an unfinished object. It was sitting for way too long. Are you guys ready? I'm so excited. It is, oh my God. I know I'm gonna have to back up for this. Oh my God, look at, ah! Can you, oh my gosh, here, let me back up, let me back up. Oh, I don't even know if you've been backing up. Look at the wingspan on this, guys. Look at the wingspan. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at that. I can't reach from this point here to this point here. I can't even stretch my arms out for the wingspan of this. I have 13 more rows to do. Here is where, right there is where I last showed this. So that's how much I've gotten done. And basically I've gotten that done in the last, like, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 days or so. I've been working on this, trying to get this done. This is definitely a process crochet. This is not something that you are gonna sit down and whip up quick, fast, in a hurry. This will take you some time, because if you see right here, and you might think, oh, that's all she's gotten done is that, what, maybe 4 inches worth of this shawl. This shawl at this point, when I have to do double crochets in every stitch, it is over 550 stitches in each row. I think by the time I only have like maybe 3 or so more rows before I get to the border, and there's a section in that part where every single stitch is a double crochet in each stitch. It states on this pattern that I will be doing 660 stitches in each row. That is of stitches. Let's just put it this way. Each one of these rows takes me on the average 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, and by the time I get, and that was at 550 something stitches. So yeah, so I have gotten a lot accomplished. I love this shawl. It is amazing. I don't even know how I'm gonna wear it. I mean, it is, look guys, it is huge. Look, let's see. Like, look at this shawl. Look at it. Oh my gosh, look. Look, oh, I can't show you. I can't back up enough. I don't have enough room in here. I'm gonna have to take pictures outside. Look it. Look. Look. Oh my gosh, it is beautiful. I love this shawl. I love this. I love the way it's working up. So yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys because this is what I've been working on. I'm trying to get it done. I'm hoping to have this done next week. So maybe I can even come on here next week and show you the finished, completed SisLove shawl. This is, by the way, the SisLove shawl. I will show you everything in just a minute. And the SisLove shawl pattern, which is free on Ravelry, will be in my description box for you guys. So yeah, right here, look, here is, this page is getting messed up so badly. So here is, see how large this is? You can tell. And as you can see, I am like right to there on this pattern. I am right here. I only have this, basically that much more to go. Yay! And you guys know it has been in my to-do list, to finish list, for quite a while. You know, I keep putting it to the side because when it gets so big like that and has so many stitches, it does take some time. And then you start thinking to yourself, am I ever going to finish 13 rows? Oh my gosh, because it, you know, you got to figure, if each row takes you an hour, that's 13 more hours of work just to finish it. Then the border is probably, and there's just a couple rows, but still the border is going to take you another couple of hours. Plus I got to tie in all the ends, which I haven't done. No, I don't do it. A lot of times I don't tie in ends when I'm going along. A lot of times I just leave it there and do it at the end. So, but I don't have a lot of ends, so it should be all right. Anyway, so this SisLove shawl, as y'all know, I love this pattern. It is a chart pattern. It's not a written out pattern at all. It is chart completely. It is very easy to follow. Even if you're a new crocheter with some experience, I believe if you really just look at it and really study what it wants you to do, take that time to really look at it, I think you could do it. I really, really do. And you get an amazing looking project out of this. So I'm so excited to finish that up. So because once I finish that up, I have some other things. You know, I got to finish up some of my knitting, but I decided I was taking a little break from the knitting because I wanted to finish up this crochet stuff. I had the few little things to do and I wanted to finish this. So I was like, it's crochet o'clock time. Let's get busy. Let's get that done. And then we can go back to knitting for a little bit, blah, blah, blah. You know how that goes. So for those of you who aren't sure what a chart pattern is, or maybe never really saw a chart pattern or whatever, so this is what I'll be starting on pretty soon. And this is basically what a chart pattern looks like. See? And I'm showing this only because this is a free pattern. I'm not giving anything away. So right there is how it is. There's a key. So there is a symbol key page in this pattern, which lets you know that like this symbol in this chart stands for front post double crochet. This symbol in here stands for single crochet, yada yada. And this gives you a lot of experience because these are the standard symbols for crochet. So I believe that these symbols are universal. If I'm wrong, let me know in the description. So if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section because I'm pretty sure that these are universal. Anyway, so beautiful, beautifully charted, beautifully written pattern. I love it. I am so excited. I'm almost done. So I'm super excited. I am almost done. Woohoo! And I can't wait to show you guys when it's completely finished. And like I said, when it is completely finished, I am going to have to go outside and like really stretch it out and take a picture so you guys can see like the enormity, the beautiful enormity of this shawl. It is amazing, amazing. So if you guys are wanting to try something and you're wanting to dip your toe into something that's just a little bit more challenging than say maybe the granny stitch type shawl or, you know, a basic double crochet type shawl, or, you know, try this out. Nothing's really hard. Everything is stitches you've probably already done. You just have to do, you know, you just have to read your chart and make sure you're doing what the chart tells you to do. You can do it. You can do it. I have faith. You can do it. So there you go, guys. That is where I finished, what I'm almost finished with. Yay! I know that in the past, like, podcast just not that long ago, I was talking to you that I was going to be casting on the Masquerade knit shawl that Reggie had gifted me, and I was going to be using up the Halloween Advent, and I also want to cast on for the Unicorn Parallelograms by Stephen West, with using up this last year's Christmas Advent, and that I needed to start doing a little bit more with my habitation throw with the year before's Christmas Advent yarns. But because I just was like, yeah, I need to finish this up. I don't need to start doing other projects until this one is finished, because this one's been in the background for way longer than even that habitation throw. So yeah, I needed to get my butt in gear and get that done. And I needed to clear it out from my head. You know what I'm saying? Because before I start casting on and having myself a bunch of whips sitting around, especially these are going to be a process type knits as well. I think Reggie's Masquerade shawl will move pretty quickly. The Stephen West shawl is probably going to take me a little bit, and that habitation throw is going to take me a little bit as well. So, you know, when I come on here, it's going to be just showing progress over like completion for a little while. So yeah, so that's why I wanted to get this done, because this is going to be probably, I wonder how long it'll take me to get some of that stuff done. I don't know. I'm excited to start the new stuff. You know how it gets. You get like startitis and you're like, yay, I'm going to start something new. And you get all excited to start something new. And you look at the stuff that's UFO sitting in the background going, oh, I need to finish that. But you like, I really want to start this. And that's where I'm at right now. But I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. I'm going to get this done. I haven't even bought the pattern unicorn parallelograms yet. I decided I'm not even going to buy it because I know once I have it and I have it, you know, printed up and sitting there. I haven't printed up Reggie's. I haven't printed up the Masquerade Shawl yet. I do have, of course, the Habitation Throw pattern printed up because I was working on that. But I decided I'm not even going to print them up because as soon as I do, I'm going to start reading it. And the next thing you know, I'm going to pull out my needles. And the next thing you know, I'm going to be casting on. And the next thing you know, poor Sislov Shawl will be sitting in the background with unfinished. So, yeah, I'm going to be good. Oh, guys, guess what? Guess what? You remember last podcast, I showed you these yarns that I picked up at Michael's. Hold on, be right back. So remember I showed you these, what are they, angel cakes? Are they angel cakes? Oh, cloud cakes. So these are the polyester, 100% polyester. It's like a 3-weight. And I was like, well, I said I wanted to make a blanket out of them. That's what this is going to be, blanket. And I had the 2 of this, and then I had 1 of this blue, which is called Rich Teal. I think it's blue, but they call it Rich Teal. I don't see a lot of green in it, but it's pretty anyway. So I was like, man, I wish they had like 1 more Rich Teal or just 1 more so I could have made sure that this blanket was going to be a good size. So I went to a Michael's, like in Tampa or something like that, and I went there for, I don't remember even what I went there for, but while I went there, I did, you know, walk past the yarns, but they had the clearance item yarns as well as like when I bought these, and I was like, well, let me just take a look, let me see what they have. They had one, but it wasn't any of these colors. This was the only one they had, and this is called Cloud Gray. So I was able to pick up 1 more. Now, this is what the colors are going to be for that blanket that I make. So I have 2 of these like cranberry colors, and then I have this teal and this gray. I think it'll work. I think it'll be pretty cool looking. I'm not sure what pattern I'm going to use, but the stripes are, of course, going to be thicker for this cranberry color, and then, you know, break up in between with the teal, and then cranberry again, and then the gray, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking I'm going to do, but I do think now I'll have enough to make a nice size blanket. I want it to be, you know, I want it to be bigger than like a little tiny lap blanket because these have 760 yards. So we got 7, 14, 21, 28, 29, 30, like 3,000 yards, right? Hold on, I gotta do some maths. Well, I'm not doing some maths. I'm gonna pull up the calculator and let it do the math. 760 times 4 equals, yeah, 3,040. Oh, yeah, I should be able to make a good size blanket out of that. What do you think, guys? 3,000 yards of DK weight yarn. It says it's a number 4, but it looks more like a DK weight. But anyway, what do you think, guys? What should I make? If you guys know what I should make, and or you have an idea for a pattern, or you saw something that would look really cool, let me know. Leave it in the comment section. Because I haven't picked out a pattern yet. This is not going to be started for a little while. Sometime in the next couple of months, I'm going to start working on this. Once I get some of that other stuff done, because I gotta get that stuff done too, you know. I made promises to you guys. I made promises to myself. So I will be working on that first, even though startitis and I'm excited about something new. So aren't we all like that? Ooh, shiny, squeaky toys. Let's start playing with it. Woo! Aren't we all like that? Oh my gosh. I can't be the only one. Y'all have to be like that too, okay? Don't make me feel like I'm some kind of freak yarn lady. One last little thing that I want to talk to you guys about. Recently, I have been getting a comment here and there on some of my older videos from like last year and stuff like that. And one of the comments I just recently got was on the Knitcrate rant that I did, and how I was saying how for now, I was put on hold. I was done with them for a little while until they get their crap straightened out, whatever was going on with them. So here's what happened, and I'm just going to update you real quick and let you know, just a little something about Knitcrate. So for those of you who are new and were wondering after you saw that rant, yes, this one I did decide to get. The Energize Me and the Chill Out colorways were really nice too, but you know me, I'm a neutral kind of girl anyway, and I decided I really liked this. This is called the Knitology Worsted, and it's 100% superwash merino. Really nice. I mean, it feels nice. So, okay, so for those of you who are wondering about Knitcrate, for this month coming up for April, I skipped it. I don't like it. So anyway, when I went on Knitcrate's blog or whatever, the site, to look at an early preview, which I just did yesterday, and just to see if I was going to get it or not, I looked at the colors and the colorways and I went, nope, I don't want it. Now, I will actually leave a link to that Knitcrate early preview. So if you guys are curious about it, or if you don't know how to get there or whatever, you could click on that link and it'll take you there. I decided none of the colors were for me. I didn't want them. Plus it was just, I think it was another like 100% superwash merino. Knitcrate right now has lowered the prices, which is a plus, because they are still, their colorways are still kind of in that same category. For those of you who are new and wondering, because I said about the rant, if you were going to do Knitcrate and you don't want to get stuck like you getting the same colors, go on every month around, the 18th to the 20th. Check the early preview of the next month's colorways. See if you like any of them. And if you don't, skip that month 100%. If you decide, definitely. If you do like a certain colorway, make sure you do it between the dates that they've set. I think it's like the 15th through like the 28th of every month that you can pick your colorway. Make sure if you are getting, say, the chill out vibe, but you don't like the chill out colorway, but you definitely want the Energize Me colorway, make sure you switch your vibe, because you can switch your vibes. So if you're asking if I recommend Knitcrate, that's a hard one to say. I like it for some of the stuff that they have. I don't like it all the time, just like almost any other yarn out there. There are times that, say Premier puts out a yarn and I look at it and go, no, that's just not me, or it's too thick, or it's too, too much or too little or something like that. So it's not. So there are times that Knitcrate's yarns speak to me. This particular month, I don't know what it was. I looked at the colors and I went, you know what? I'd be happy with almost all the colors in each one of the vibes for the March. Like if you want, you can look at the different color vibe colors that they had for March. And I think each one of them was really nice colors. I like when they do things like this, where you can have like a fade, where you're not stuck with like two hanks of one color. I like tonals, I like speckles, I like fades and stuff like that, blended fades and stuff like that. So yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm totally recommending them. They're not a, I can say this is what I will say. I like some of their stuff. I enjoy some of their yarns. I think they have some nice fibers, which I've always said that. I like a lot of their fibers. So sometimes I have gotten yarns that felt amazing, and ones that I've never tried before. Camel. I never tried camel, and stuff like that. So I mean, some of that stuff is amazing. Some of their colors, like I said, you can look in past colorways. A lot of times they're similar, you know. That was one of my things I don't like about Knitcrate. They seem to do the same colors over and over and over again every month. Sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. So that's why I am just seeing each month if I want it or not. Value, with them going down in the price, it's a little bit better. It is a turn for the better. I don't know if they're ever going to put the packets back in, because for this month here, I got another one of the cards, the postcards, where you have to like download your patterns. But, you know, so I don't know if they're ever going to get back to the packets. I keep seeing that they have other options, like to double your yarn amount. Like if you want 2 of these, you could get 2. It's called like, I'll let you read it. I'm not going to get into it. It's called like extra fluff. And then they have one that instead of getting 2 skeins, you can get 1 skein. And it's a way to try it without having as much money come out, which is that's a nice option. I like that option, especially for some of you who are new to the fiber arts world and you don't know if you want to spend, like, say, because with shipping and everything, this comes to almost $30. So if you're like, I don't know if I want to spend $30, you know, they're offering that you can get 1 skein of yarn, and I think it's like $15. I'm not 100% sure. Like I said, the link will be in my description box. You can go take a look and see if it's something that you're interested in. I'm not going to say, like I said, after the rant, I'm not going to definitely recommend them until I start seeing some different colors and stuff coming into the picture a little bit more. Like, give us some speckles, give us some tonals, give us more than just the grays and stuff like that. So that's where I'm at. I see that maybe they're in the right direction. So I will keep an eye on the company, and from time to time I'll update you. If I do decide to get a knit crate in that particular month, I will talk about it with you guys. If I see a knit crate that just wows me, I will put it in my like community tab, where you can go and I'll just post it kind of like kind of like, what do you call it, like a Facebook post or something, but it'll be in the community tab. I'll post something there stating, hey, here's the link to Knitcrate. You might want to go take a look. Something there wowed me, it may wow you, you know, that kind of thing. So that way for those of you who are new to the fiber world and you've never experienced Knitcrate, and you've seen some bad reviews in the past because some of us who had been with Knitcrate or, you know of Knitcrate was kind of getting tired of seeing the same, you know, just like I said in the rant. So anyway, like I said, that's what I'll do, and I'll keep you updated on what's going on with Knitcrate. So yes, I did actually go for this for the month of March. April's was a no-go for me, so I am skipping April's, and let's see what happens for May. So that's it, guys. That is everything I wanted to talk about. I hope I didn't talk your ear off too much. I love you guys. You guys are the best. Thank you for hanging out with me. Please, guys, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay creative. I love y'all. Take care. We'll be talking very, very soon. Bye.